Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing this video as a request of This Frugal House, and these are my chocolate chip cookies. The way I always make them. I make them different pretty much every time because every time I have different ingredients on hand, and the best way to save money is to use what you have and not go out and run and buy what the recipe calls for each and every time. So that's what I'm doing here. And let's get started. So here's everything I'll be using. There's salt, baking soda, some chocolate chips because I've used up all of our Easter bunnies and chocolates that we have. Otherwise I normally do that, but I found some chocolate chips on sale. But I'm only going to be using just under a cup, and it actually calls for 2 cups of chocolate chips, but I don't think we'll need that much. And vanilla extract, and 2 eggs and some brown sugar, about a half a cup brown sugar, and about a half a cup of honey because I don't have any white sugar, and I'm using whole wheat flour. And I have half margarine and half shortening because I don't have, well, I'm saving, I only have 1 thing of butter, so I don't like to use it for baking if I don't have to. So let's get started. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. First, I do my dry ingredients. Move all that out of the way. And I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of this baking soda. About 1 teaspoon. Just mix that up. And then a half a teaspoon of salt. And that is pretty much it for the dry ingredients. Just gonna whisk that up with a fork. You can add oatmeal, you can add whatever any dry ingredients you want. You can just improvise, that's what I like doing. And then that's it for the dry ingredients. And I've already showed you, but in here I have butter and shortening. I'm going to add the brown sugar and the honey. And that's all been added. I love that my spatula is actually broken and I haven't gone out and bought another one, so, but it still works fine, just quite short. Oh, we're gonna do about a teaspoon of vanilla. I just buy the no-name brand. And then we are going to crack the eggs in. And I save my eggshells. And that, so just going to show you a little bit. I'm just going to cream this together. I'm going to cream this together and then I'm going to get back to you, okay? So I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, so I have finished creaming. That is about, let's see if I can show you better here. That's about as creamed as it's going to get. The shortening and the honey is a little bit lumpy, but oh well. And so now I'm just going to add my dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. And now I'm just going to, hey guys, so I went ahead and added both the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, and I gotta tell you, I got some on my finger and it tastes delicious. Now we're gonna add the chocolate chips, and I'm gonna stir that up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And then I'm gonna put it on on the cookie sheets, and I do about a teaspoon on the cookie sheets. So really this recipe, if you memorize a basic cookie recipe, it's about, I never add as much sugar as any recipe ever calls for. So I normally do about a half a cup brown sugar and a half a cup whatever other sweetener I have lying around. Then you got about 2 to 2.5 cups of any kind of flour. You can add oats, flax, whatever kind you like. And then you got your teaspoon of baking soda to that, and your teaspoon of vanilla for some added yumminess. And then you got your salt. I mean, you could add a little bit of salt or the whole half a teaspoon. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I find the salt doesn't affect it that much, but just a little bit in there for the recipe. And like, I've looked at tons of different cookie recipes, and see, this wasn't even, like, most recipes call for anywhere from a cup to 2 cups of chocolate chips. Now look at that. I don't know if you can see, but this was only just under a cup of chocolate chips, which comes out to be just over, like, about a half a bag of a regular size chocolate chip. And that's plenty. I mean, I don't like to have that much chocolate in my cookies. And then this is just perfect amount. So now, I mean, tailor a recipe to what you have. And that's what I always do. And like I said, normally, if I don't have chocolate chips, I use whatever chocolate I have on hand. You can even add cocoa to this. You can add whatever you want, and the recipe always comes out great for me. So I'm going to go ahead and I put about, this is about a tablespoon, and I'm going to drop them on here. And this is already greased, so I'm going to leave that like that. And again, another one about the same size. I don't use a scoop or anything. I just use my plain old tablespoon and finger. Does the chip just fine. And there we go. And then that's what they look like. Sorry, that's what they look like on the cookie sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oh, and I forgot. Set your oven to 375. And they go in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. Watch though, because every oven is different. So I'm going to do this first one, and I'll show you how they look and taste when they come out. So far, so good. Okay guys, so here they are. This is my second last batch, and they are just delicious. This is my last pan going in, and they've been taking about 6 minutes. So my oven is really hot all the time. I said 10 to 15, but that was a mistake. I meant 8 to 10, but it could be less, it could be more, depending on how hot your oven actually gets. And here's the rest of my cookies. It's made about 4 dozen, give or take, and it just depends on how big you make them or how small you make them. The first ones I left in there for about 10 minutes. They got a bit dark. They're not burnt, and they still taste delicious. But so I put it down, and now it's about 6 minutes, and you can see they're all already brown. And I even lifted up the tray higher than it was before, and they're still getting really brown on the bottom. But anyways, they are absolutely delicious, I will tell you that. And that is all for my cookie recipe. So hope you all have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you again. Bye. Oh, and I hope you let me know if you make cookies and what kind of things you add and improvise to make it work for you. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. And again, bye-bye.